Grant, then, first of all, squad-wise, how are you looking ahead of the Crewe game?
Yeah, good. Everyone's fit, available. So yeah, we're looking quite healthy.
Given the many injury problems that you've had, how comforting is it that going into the playoffs there's been nothing untoward in the last few weeks?
Yeah, we've been quite consistent really over the last 2-3 months in terms of our injuries. I think it's been really good. The fact that we've got a lot of people fit and training. Look, obviously we've still got players missing. Of course we do, and still a big number really, but consistently it's been much better over the last couple of months, and certainly helped us.
Is that down to management, or is that down to a certain extent luck? Because there's certainly been bad luck in that sense this year.
Yeah, it's a bit of both, I would say. A bit of both. We've certainly been unfortunate for large periods of the season, but over the last, like I say, 2-3 months, it's been much better. Management's been better as well, also, and players are feeling a bit more robust and strong. So yeah, I think it's definitely a bit of both.
Is it worth offering congratulations for getting the Manager of the Month award ahead of this game, or not?
Listen, I'm not too concerned about that, Andy. Honestly, I'm not. It's for me, I'm really just focused on these playoff games now. Obviously, the first one's on Monday. I've just been really focused on that. It's everything we do, all we do it together anyway. It's never about anybody individual at this football club. It's a whole we process, and we're happy with where we are at this present time and getting into the first step and getting into the playoffs. But our focus has really been on this next game, and that's Crewe.
Some managers talk about the playoffs as being a whole new competition. Other managers see it as a continuation of the quest, I suppose. How are you looking at it?
I think personally, I think it's for us. We just have to focus on Crewe. We can't worry about what happened before, what could happen in the future, etc. The mindset is just tunnel vision. The next game, that's it. Whether it's a league game in the 46, a playoff game, whatever it may be. For us, we're just focused on that game, and that's it. And that's the way we've approached it with the group. Leading into this game, it's the next one. It's the next one. It's Monday. It's our Crewe first game, and we'll go there to try and win the football match.
When it's a negative scenario, people talk about avoiding noise and distractions. When it's hugely positive, like Doncaster Rovers' circumstances, how important is it not to get carried away by being on the crest of the wave that you're on?
We certainly won't get carried away, and they certainly know anyone getting carried away with themselves. We'll keep the foot firmly down in terms of what we're trying to do. And the boys, like I say to you, have been very impressive for a large period now, for a large period of the season, and deservedly are where we are. Like I say to you, it's tunnel vision for us. It's the next game. It's approaching that game, making sure we get our plan right, making sure the training's been right, which it has been. Still, obviously, got another couple of days training to go today and tomorrow, but it's been really positive. The week's been good, and we're really looking forward to the game.
So, how is the approach to this affected by essentially a 180-minute scenario?
It's 90 minutes for us. That's it. It's the first game. It's Crewe. We can't think about next week or the week after. All we have been thinking about is the next game. And we'll approach it no differently as you've seen the last 2-3 months of our season. I'm sure you've seen us now, and people's well aware of us. How we want to play. So it's not about, well, that's worked, then let's change it. It's not going to certainly happen. That won't happen here. We'll approach the game like we have, majority of this season, and see if we can go and win the game.
What's your previous experience of being in the playoffs teaching you about dealing with the playoffs now? Because we obviously know about you with Doncaster Rovers in the playoffs. Coincidentally, the Charlton match was on TV last night. I suppose it's proved that things can happen very quickly.
Yeah, I think you learn from past experiences. If I think back to when I won promotion 3 times through the playoffs as a player. You know, every time that we went in there as a player, we went in really positively. We weren't worried about the next leg, or we weren't worried about if we win this we get to Wembley. We were focused on that game. When I look back at my time at Doncaster the first time here, I know myself, I was a little bit cautious getting into that first game, because it's the first time I was there as a manager. Maybe we were a little bit cautious with the group. I don't know, maybe the way I was speaking, the way we were coaching, and we probably showed that in the first leg at home, where we never got going. The second leg, we got back to where I know we could play, and went on and put a very good performance on the chart. And so you learn from past experiences for sure, and you know, you try and drum on them to make you better in the future, and that's what we're trying to do.
A lot of people say it's the best way to get promoted, but presumably only because they did and they enjoyed the great success that comes with it.
Listen, the best way to get promoted is by winning the league. Don't worry about that. The second best way to get promoted is definitely through the playoffs. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing to do, but like I say, we've got a long way to go to get to that point. We'll focus on the game on Monday.
So Crewe then, well obviously they've had a very good season, but more recently it's slightly tapered off for them. What do you read into that?
I don't read into anything. I look at them, I think it's a team that's been that top 7 all season. It's a team that's been pushing towards the top end, top 3 for a lot of the season as well. It's a manager in his first season that's done really, really well. To have them in where they are. A very young, energetic team. They've got good legs about them. They've got a goal scorer at the top end of the pitch. They've got experience at the back end of the pitch. It's a tough game, another very tough game, and I don't read into anything. I don't worry about what people say. I know that we have to prepare our team as best we can, knowing that this is a tough game away from home, and that's what we've done. But look, a lot of the focus has been on us, and how can we go there with a massive away following as well, which is amazing to see, and make them go home happy after the game.
Just finally, how important is it that Timothy Lotutala is available to you after his red card was rescinded? Yeah,
we're very pleased. I mean, you know, I spoke after the game at Gillingham, and I had no qualms. Obviously, I seen it from high up, and I thought automatically it was a red card, really. But when you see it back, and I can get why the referee's done it, but when you watch it back and you look at the letter of the law, Jamie's header's gone wide of the post, with 3 covering defenders. To be fair, that James Maxwell and Matty Craig probably would have got to the ball if Timmy hadn't have raised his hand, which is obviously a natural thing for a goalkeeper to do. So we felt we had a little bit of a case. Did we think we were going to get off with it? No. Did we think it was going to get extended? No. I think the worst case scenario was probably it was still going to be a 1-game ban. So I didn't think we had, you know, I thought it was worth having a go. But I'm really pleased that the FA have come back and said, yeah, it's the letter of the law. The ball's gone wide of the post. It's your 3 recovering defenders. So it's a yellow card. I wish the referee had to give himself maybe a minute or so, and spoke to his 4th and his linesman at the time. But you know, it's sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's a tough call for referees, and he's made that one. But I'm pleased we've got the right decision in the end.